Good morning. Brian Cole, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this morning?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome to the January 8th, 2018 meeting of the Shawnee County Board of Commissioners. My name is Bob Archer. I currently have the honor of serving as chair of the commission and represent District 3 alongside Commissioner Shelley Bueller, who represents District 1, and Commissioner Kevin Cook, who represents District 2. Good morning.
Good morning.
Before we get started, I have a request to pull item C1 from the agenda. If there's no objection to that,
No objection.
we will consider that done. First item of business this morning, please.
First item of business, number 1, organizational meeting. Number 1, elect chair of the Shawnee County Commission.
After giving this a lot of thought, I will make a motion to elect Commissioner Kevin Cook as chair of the Shawnee County Commission.
I'll second.
Motion made to elect Commissioner Cook as chair, made by Commissioner Archer, seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye, opposed say no. Motion carries 3-0. Congratulations.
Might as well just stay standing for this next part. All right, we gotta wait.
Madam Clerk, if you would read the next item.
Item 2, elect vice chair of the Shawnee County Commission.
At this time, I would move to make Commissioner Bueller the vice chair of the Shawnee County Commission.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cook to make Commissioner Bueller the vice chair, seconded by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Keep everybody on their toes. All right. Madam Clerk, for our next item, please.
Item 3, consider appointment of commissioners to the following. Would you like me to read them all, or would you like to read them and then you do the appointment, or how would you like to do?
Why don't you go ahead and read through all of them, and then we can talk about the appointment.
Okay. A, Ambulance Advisory Board. B, Kansas Labor Workforce Development Committee. C, Metropolitan Topeka Planning Organization. D, Stormont Vale Advisory Board. E, Go Topeka Board. F, Health Access Board. G, Chamber of Commerce Board. H, Kansas Expo Advisory Board. I, Shawnee County Security Council. And J, Greater Topeka Partnership Chairs Council.
Commissioners, having discussed this with Jane Rezak, our administrative assistant, and I think that she's had a lot of input from a lot of different sources, I would make the following proposal: appointing Commissioner Bueller to the Ambulance Advisory Board, Commissioner Archer to the Kansas Labor Workforce Development Council, Commissioner Bueller to the MTPO, Commissioner Archer to the Stormont Vale Advisory Board, Commissioner Bueller to the Go Topeka Board, Commissioner Cook to the Health Access Board, Commissioner Archer to the Chamber of Commerce Board, Commissioner Cook to the Kansas Expo Center Advisory Board, Commissioner Bueller to the Security Council, and Commissioner Cook to the Greater Topeka Partnership Chairs Council. And that would be a motion to make those appointments.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item 4, consider approval of resolution number 2018-1, setting the dates and hours the courthouse will be open, setting dates and times of the commission meetings, and setting agenda procedures.
There is a resolution that has been prepared, and I would move for the approval of resolution 2018-1.
Second.
Motion made for approval by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item 5, consider approval of Resolution 2018-2 designating the official county newspaper.
I'll move to make Topeka Metro the official county newspaper.
Motion made by Commissioner Archer,
I'll second.
seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Next item.
There is no unfinished business. Item 3, consent agenda.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Motion made by Commissioner Bueller to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item 4, new business, A, County Clerk. Number 1, consider all voucher payments, and there are 2 sets of voucher payments this time.
Commissioner Cook, I didn't know if you were going to be prepared. I am prepared, so.
If you would.
I will. There were 2 sets of vouchers, as the clerk said. The first one is most of the wire transfers, from my understanding, $1,285,733. The 2 that are the largest are payments to JADO and payroll. And then the second set of vouchers, 1/5/2018, is $2,581,074. Of the 3 that are the largest allocations for AMR, Grace Med, and the Kansas Expo Center, that's $494,900. Our pooled cash, which is Capers, $370,920. And then general expenses, $250,770, and that is for our repairs to the LEC. That's the large payment to the city of Topeka. So I have no further questions, or any questions. I'll move approval.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Bueller for approval, seconded by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I'll move approval.
I'll second.
Motion made for approval by Commissioner Bueller, seconded by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item A3, acknowledge receipt of a petition filed for the attachment of adjoining lands to Rural Water District Number 3, Douglas County, Kansas, and consider setting the hearing date of Monday, January 22nd, 2018, at 9 a.m. to consider the attachment. And this, Commissioners, has been, this attachment has already been approved by Douglas County. This is property that's over in the extreme southeast corner of the county, over east of Forbesfield, and so all I'm asking today is that you just acknowledge that we received the petition, and then we'll set the date for the 22nd for the hearing.
I'll move that we acknowledge receipt and setting the hearing date for Monday, January 22nd at 9 a.m.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Our next item.
Item B, Public Works Solid Waste. Number 1, consider approval of change order number 1, final, to contract C-126-2017 with Bettis Asphalt and Construction, Inc., adjusting the as-bid quantities to those of as-constructed quantities, resulting in an overall contract price decrease in an amount of $11,114.96 for the Urish Road, Southwest 17th to Southwest Huntoon Street project.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tom Block, Public Works and Solid Waste. I'd like to wish you all a Happy New Year. As mentioned in the memo, we completed the Urish Road project from the Huntoon to 17th, and all the paperwork and the final quantities have been accounted for, and the result of that is a change order decreasing the construction contract price by an amount of $11,114.96. And with that, the overall budget for the entire project, the original budget that was approved back in December of 16 was $2,823,000. Our final total project cost, which includes construction and all the design, utility relocation, right-of-way, and administration and contingencies, ended up being $2,383,027.09. With that, the overall budget is ending up being $439,972.91 less than the original budget. So as with that, I would recommend approval of this construction change order.
Did this project stay on time as well?
Yes, actually, the final completion date was December 15th. We actually opened it up to traffic right before Thanksgiving. So yeah, we were about three or 4 weeks ahead of schedule on this one.
That's not bad, 3 or 4 weeks ahead of schedule and $439,972 under budget.
We ain't seen nothing yet. On this next item.
Is there a motion? Any other questions?
I'll move to approve the change order to the contract.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Archer, seconded by Commissioner Bueller to approve the change order. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item B2, consider approval of change order number 1, final, to contract C6-2016 with A.M. Coran and Son, Inc., adjusting the as-bid quantities to those of as-constructed quantities, resulting in an overall contract price decrease of $15,165.66 for the Northwest Carlson Road Willard Bridge over the Kansas River project.
Commissioners, Town Block, again, Public Works and Solid Waste. This, too, is a Public Works item. And as mentioned, all the final paperwork and quantities have been accounted for in the Willard Bridge project. And the result of that is a decrease in the construction contract price of $15,165.66 for the final construction price being $16,013,388.27, which it took a lot of people to get to that. I mean, to have one change order and it be the final one, and it to be a decrease, there was a lot of working together for that to happen. That just doesn't happen. So there's a lot of people that can take a lot of credit for that. But with that, the approved budget back in November of 2015 for this project, and this is when we didn't know which direction we were going with funding, whether or not we were going to have to try to acquire federal funding, which there was, as we may recall, there's a lot of additional administrative things that are required when you go with federal funding. But the budget approved back then was $24,704,872. The final total project cost for this project ended up being, as we mentioned, and as you're well aware, the timing of the bids, we got some excellent bids. The total project cost ended up being only $17,926,339.44, which makes that a difference of $6,778,532.56 below the original budget that was approved. Now, that really doesn't ever happen very often. But again, a lot of things fell into place. There was a lot of teamwork, as you all are aware, with the commission, this commission leading us. And so it was with that, we are recommending approval of this change order.
You're right, Tom. I think that, last time that I was chair, we spent the majority of that year with updates, Willard Bridge discussions, entire meetings that were dedicated just to the discussion of the Willard Bridge and how we were going to tackle it. This was a team effort all the way across. Thank you to you and your team, and I know that you had a lot of resources watching this, and also A.M. Coran and Sons. They did an excellent job in the construction. And this is good news. This is good news for the county to see.
And one thing too, Finney and turnip seed, you don't have a project like this unless it's designed, to the top notch, because if there just can't be many errors in a design to have one change order and it be a decrease at the end. Typically there are, in a design, if you would see the set of plans and how many design pages there are, there are things that just can easily get overlooked or forgotten, so they did an excellent job. And if you would notice on the construction engineering budget line item, the approved budget was $1,803,150. They completed all that work for $897,442.34. They were nearly $1 million under their contract, and they just billed us for what the effort they ended up putting into it. Again, when we are thinking this may go federal funding, that does require a lot. It would have required them to hire at least 1 or 2 more people full-time to just do essentially paperwork. While getting federal funding in this project really could have been really nice, because it would have been probably likely been a big chunk of funds, there are some advantages to not going with federal funding also. But I would like to give a lot of kudos to Finney and Turnipseed, because they just spent what they needed to spend to get the project done, and they did a fantastic job. And same with Coron. Coron, their construction crew and their superintendent, one person can make a project be wonderful or can turn it into a nightmare. And fortunately for us, on this project, we had their superintendent make this project a wonderful one. So
I might just remind the public as well as the commission that this project also ended up winning the state award. And then Commissioner Bueller, the name of the award was the...
Put me on the spot. There's a plaque
Yeah.
right in there.
it's the American Consulting Engineers Council
There you go.
for the state of Kansas, large project
Yeah.
category.
I might just add, though, I agree with you, Tom. It takes a great team to get this project done, and believe me, on these frosty mornings like this morning, it's nice not to have to worry to go across that old metal bridge.
Well, they do want to caution you, though.
Oh, I know.
There's
Yeah,
still some frost
doing-
on those underneath the concrete
Yeah.
bridges, but it's not like it would be the steel
Yeah,
deck.
yeah, you still don't have to grip the wheel as hard, so, say a couple prayers as you go across. But I do want to say to you and to Tom Flanagan, just excellent project management. I mean, this project and the one before, you and your department, you stay vigilant on these projects. We get them done on time or early, and they're under budget. And I know that takes a lot of work, so thank you for the project management of it. And it's an excellent example of just a really good project, and probably one of the biggest projects we've done so far for the county. So to come under budget and early is...
Well, I will say, project management is kind of a vague term, and I need to really give by all the credit to Tom Flanagan. I mean, I just turn it over to him, let him, take it day to day, and then when issues come up where he needs some input, then he comes to me and we decide what we're going to do and we move on. But I'll be honest, I mean, he's the best project manager I've ever worked with.
He's a master, isn't he? Yeah.
He truly is, and he just, and I think he, honestly, I think he's got the reputation that when he says something, he means it, and then they do it. A lot of times there's not a lot of bickering, it's just, they know he's not going to back down. And
Yeah.
so it's just like, well, there's no point in, beating the dead horse, let's just do it. But when he always knows that he's in the right when he's wanting something, and he's always fair too. That's the thing. A project like that one, like I said, doesn't come in like this unless you're being fair and when we're working together. And we had some communication with the contractor since, and they said it was a great project for them. They said they really felt it was a true partnership going through this project, as opposed to what's your typical owner-contractor relationship. I mean, we truly wanted, and that's the attitude we try to take, is, look, we're not here to be adversaries. We want everyone to have a good project, and that means we want the contractor to make money. They need to make a profit. We're not here to get every last penny out of them. They need to be profitable, and there's a lot of give and take along the way. But if everyone can succeed, then that's a great project. So,
Commissioner Archer, any further discussion?
Yeah, I wanted to thank you and Tom Flanagan also. We just can't afford to ever let him retire. He's a valuable asset to Shawnee County, and your team has done very well. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I'll move approval of the change order.
Second.
Motion made for approval of the change order by Commissioner Bueller, seconded by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Our next item.
Item C, Health Department, number 1 has been pulled. Number 2, consider approval of request for out-of-state travel for 2 staff members to attend the National WIC Education Conference at a cost of $4,300 with funding from the Kansas Department of Health and Environment, Nutrition, and WIC Services.
Good morning, Commissioners. Linda Oaks from the Health Department. This request is to send 2 staff people to the National WIC Conference. We've gotten a lot of good information from this conference in the past years, which the biggest one would have been next day scheduling. As we first heard about it, we were able to bring it back and implement it. It's been very successful, in fact, so successful that other counties are now copying us. So I hope we can get some more great ideas at this conference. We are looking at a satellite clinic location over on the east side of town, since we're more in the central and west, and so we hope to at least talk to vendors about more portable scales and equipment that we'll need to make that a little bit easier, so besides the workshops and other learning that we do. And I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions regarding this item? I'll move approval of the out-of-state travel.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item C3, consider authorization and execution of contract C3-2018 with Cox Business to provide public Wi-Fi for the J.P. Lewis Building at a cost of $130 per month for a one-year period.
Good morning, Commissioners. Linda Oaks from the Health Department again. I wanted to take this opportunity while we were talking about Wi-Fi to show off the new WIC app that goes with the new eWIC program. So this is the eWIC, the app on my phone, and you can see that you can pull it up, and the state has given me some benefits to show you. So you can pull up, this is a food package that a participant may have, and you can click on the peanut butter, for instance, and you can scroll down and see exactly which peanut butters are approved in your package. So there's no more going up to the register with some food and a check and trying to guess whether it's approved. You can scan it in the store, and I can show you that. So I brought these 2 peanut butters to demonstrate the scanning. So this peanut butter, I can scan it, and it says, yes, it's approved, and I can get this peanut butter. This peanut butter, on the other hand, there's lots of peanut butter, as you know. This is not a WIC item. It's got sugar in it. It's good peanut butter. It's just a little sweeter. So these are my peanut butters, so you can tell which one I like the best. So this is I think this is a really nice tool for our participants. Almost everyone has smartphones now. They have the apps. I also brought Kay Powell, who's the team leader for WIC, if you have any other questions about eWIC or the app. We were the pilot county for eWIC, and the pilot is completed, and now other counties are rolling it out. We had a great pilot time. So this Wi-Fi will help our participants be able to see the app. The dietitians and nurses can pull up their food packages, go over it with them. There's also, you probably saw, there's recipes on here, yummy recipes, I like that. Get help, I couldn't buy this, you can submit a scanned barcode if it didn't work and you think it should have. So it has a lot of great helps on it, and we want to be able to demonstrate that to our participants. And they don't always have enough data to do that. And we're kind of also in a cell phone, kind of a dead zone, I would call it, that sometimes you can't get service there. So Mark Price from IT has helped me tremendously in researching the different options for Wi-Fi. IT is going to provide us the equipment. They're going to set it up at a substantial cost savings to us. And then this contract would be for a year with Cox Business at $135 a month, and $130 a month, and $125 one-time setup fee. So, do you want to add anything, Mark? Or?
Mark Price with IT. It's not so much it's a dead zone. The building kind of sucks the cell signal out of the air. So once you're in the building, it's very hard to get cell service there. I've got a county Verizon phone and a personal Sprint phone, and when you're in the building, neither one you're able to really make calls on. So this will help the participants when they're there.
Yes. And I'm sorry.
I would just say, just even your meeting room,
Yes.
your meeting space, and having the ability to have Wi-Fi would be critical too, so.
Yes, we will have the public Wi-Fi in those 2 big meeting rooms at the front of the building also.
One question I might have, Mark, is I know that we would get asked is, we have a county IT, is it not possible for the county to supply the internet service and set up the Wi-Fi instead of going through a third-party vendor?
With that building, currently it's not, we've got some restrictions on the connection we have there, and so we'd run into having county employees, non-county people on the same connection, and with HIPAA, that's a big no-no. So to keep everything secure, we really need to have a secondary connection to add security to county data.
And we did only ask for a year, so we can shop around. If there's better deals next year, we can go with that.
Any other discussion regarding this item? Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve the contract.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Bueller, seconded by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Thank you very much for the demonstration of the e-WIC, and thank you for all the hard work that went into setting it up. It looks like something that's very valuable.
It's been exciting. Participants love it. They love it.
And the stores, too.
Yeah, the
Thank you.
stores, it's a lot easier to check out.
Thank you. Our next item.
Item D, Parks and Recreation, number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C4-2018 with the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, allowing Parks and Recreation to publicly play musical compositions by artists that are members of the society at a cost of $1,808 with funding from the 2018 operating budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Randy Luby with Parks and Recreation. This is our annual agreement with ASCAP to be able to play the music in our facilities, our ball fields, our aquatic facilities, as well as our exercise programs for instructors. The fee is based on the size of Shawnee County. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Any questions regarding this item?
Move to approve the contract.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Archer, seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Our next item.
Item E, Emergency Management, number 1, consider acceptance of the resignation of Soldier Township Fire Chief Carl McNorton from the Ambulance Advisory Board, and consider appointment of Mission Township Fire Chief Forrest Walter to serve the unexpired term until June 11th, 2019.
Good morning, Commissioners. Aaron Mahan with Emergency Management. I'm here representing the Ambulance Advisory Board, as I do currently serve as their chairperson. You should have a copy of the letter that was submitted by Chief McNorton, which effectively tendered his resignation in December of last year. The Fire Board recently met for the rural fire chiefs, and they have selected Chief Walter from Mission Township to serve in his role. I would ask that you accept the resignation of Chief McNorton and approve the nomination of Chief Walter.
Any discussion regarding this item? I'll move for approval of the accepting resignation of Carl McNorton, thanking him for his service, and appointment of Chief Forrest Walter to the Ambulance Advisory Board.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Approves 3-0. Next item.
Item F, Commission, number 1, consider appointment of Soldier Township Clerk.
This was a opening that recently became available after the Soldier Township Clerk submitted their resignation. We did accept applications. I believe the Commission has had an opportunity to review those.
Yeah.
Commissioner Bueller?
Well, we have, and I know we split Soldier Township somewhat as far as commission districts, but I would move to appoint Mike Mathis to serve as Soldier Township Clerk.
And I'll second that. Motion made to appoint Mike Mathis to the Soldier Township Clerk by Commissioner Bueller, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Congratulations, Mr. Mathis. Our next item.
Item F2, reflect that Commissioner Archer is appointing Eric Purcell to the Riverfront Authority Board as his representative.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Eric is here this morning. If you would stand up, and I am appointing him to the Riverfront Authority. Eric was born and raised in Topeka and went to school at Washburn University. Recently attained his MBA, congratulations, and works as an advisor with Clayton Wealth Partners in downtown Topeka. So I want to personally thank you for your service and reflect that I am appointing him to the Riverfront Authority.
I don't know that it needs a motion, but we'll go ahead and do a motion. But motion to appoint by Commissioner Archer,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Congratulations, and look forward to having you serve as the board. Our next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 5, Administrative Communications.
At this opportunity, if there's any member of the public or department head that wishes to address the commission, this is your opportunity.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Cole, Shawnee County Department of Corrections. Just following up on a recent article, a very positive article regarding the reentry efforts for the Shawnee County Department of Corrections. This is an initiative that we've had going for several years that through staffing and stuff like that with lack of resources, it's kind of been, it's taken a back seat to some other priorities, but now that we've got our reentry coordinator, Rich Christie, on board, we're doing an excellent job that way in trying to revamp, research, and look at better ways to manage our reentry program, which there also will include reentry for our mental health services as well. Today will be our second meeting that we will have, and we have the distinguished honor and pleasure of having Attorney General Derek Schmidt will be there today to talk about the high cost of prisons, incarcerations, and the importance of reentry initiatives and looking at alternatives to incarceration. So we look forward to that meeting today, and I just wanted to let everybody know.
Sounds great. Unfortunately, I will not be able to be there as due to other commitment, but very good having the Attorney General come and talk about this reentry board. Thank you. Any other administrative communications this morning? Commissioner Archer?
No, nothing. Thank you.
Commissioner Bueller?
I'll take the opportunity here to thank the Capital Journal. Tim, I know you're here, but Morgan Chilson on just the whole issue was committed to health. And if you didn't have a chance to see it, I thought it was excellent. Well done. It had a number of different foundations across the state were featured. Parks and Rec was featured. Our hospitals, mental health, infrastructure, our health department, Heartland Healthy Neighborhoods, and at the top of the page here is the initiative that the Topeka Community Foundation is launching, and so I just wanted to say thank you. Hopefully everybody had a chance to look at it. So, and putting a focus on community health is so important, and I'm going to keep that at the top of my list for 2018. So, Happy New Year.
It was a great article,
Yeah.
and also good work by the Topeka Community Foundation in addressing the health initiatives and our health standing.
Good deal.
I might also note that we do have there's a weed department breakfast on Wednesday morning as the farm show starts up at the Expo Center here this week. And also, just want to extend a thanks to Mayor Wolgass. This is his last day as mayor with the changeover tomorrow, but just to thank him for his service to the city of Topeka. It has not gone unrecognized, and he's been a good leader and a good, solid participant and partner with the community.
I would agree. Can I add something? He also had a small article in there as well, but he's just been a pleasure to work with.
Yes.
He really has, and just very professional, and he will definitely be missed.
Yes,
So
yes,
definitely
absolutely.
be missed.
And then welcome Mayor Della Isla as she takes swearing in tomorrow, and welcome her to the partnership with the county.
Agree.
Madam Clerk, our next item.
Item 6, Executive Session.
There is not a need for an executive session today, so we are adjourned.